Today on BTV News Channel 3, the first hurricane-delayed newscast of the school year introduces us to a brand new college counseling staff who all have one goal in mind.
Plus, seniors taking an English class now have several choices. We'll tell you all about the senior selectives.
And in BTV Sports, we hit the ground running as the Benjamin cross-country team welcomes a new head coach who has a district championship on his mind. Hello everyone and welcome to BTV News. I'm Maddie Wilson.
And I'm Chaz Peckham. You give us 15 minutes and we'll give you the latest news that affects you and the Benjamin School.
Plenty to bring you today, including what is in store for this year's homecoming. But first, our top story. The new school year has brought new faces to the Benjamin Upper School campus, especially in the college counseling office. Administration had the tough task of replacing all 3 counselors over the summer, and it appears they did a great job in finding the right fits. BTV's Ethan Denenberg introduces us to the new college counselors.
We are sad to see such a great college counseling staff leave our community, but the Benjamin School is thrilled to bring in 3 new members to ensure the future of our students. Our counselors came from various locations and worked for programs with many differences and similarities to Benjamin.
My last school had students from 70 different countries. It was on the grounds of like a 10th century church, so the grounds were over 1,000 years old. Kids came from all over the world. They lived with us and stuff like that. But teenagers are teenagers, and the college process is the same. So that's really great. If that feels the same, but as a vibe, it's a very different school.
So the school that I was at before was a school for the arts. So we had a full academic program, and then each student took an artistic program that was a dual curriculum. So it's very, very different in that sense. I would say the academics are somewhat comparable, but you have a lot of electives that we never had the luxury of offering, like oceanography and marine science. So I think that the opportunities that are available to Benjamin School are much more varied than at my last school.
With the new environment comes new responsibilities, and these counselors are handling it very well.
Basically, the transition has been great. Everyone's been really welcoming. If anything, I definitely feel a sense of community coming out here. I'm just excited about the opportunity to start the new year off fresh and, go through the academic year.
With the only remaining member of the college counseling office from last year, Ms. Twitchell is very pleased with the new additions.
They've been wonderful additions to our school. The transition has been seamless. They're very knowledgeable. They're teaching me things that I never knew before. So it's a wonderful, wonderful year.
Counselors aren't the only ones adapting well. Benjamin seniors are finding the counselors very supportive and useful.
My new college counselor is Mr. Durang. He's been instrumental in helping me search for colleges, getting my teacher recommendations together, SAT, basically, and everyone in the college counseling office has been instrumental in helping all of us, so we're thankful for them.
My new college counselor is Ms. Goldberg, and she's helped me apply to colleges and fill out my Common App.
The Benjamin School students are in good hands with the new college counseling group, eager to get kids into colleges. Reporting for BTV News Channel 3, this has been Ethan Denenberg.
Thanks, Ethan, and welcome to all our new faculty and staff. Instead of taking an AP English course or being placed in a regular English class, seniors are able to pick from a number of English selectives. Senior selectives are a great choice for students who have a particular interest in mind. From mystery, page to stage, ethics and literature, and others, students are able to have a diverse English experience. BTV's Michael Labosco explains.
With all the challenges that senior year brings, a highlight of senior year is picking a senior elective based on their interest. A brand new senior selective helps students survey ethical dilemmas in literature.
Well, we really discuss a lot of the ethical dilemmas that we often see in literature, so we're thinking through what we believe about maybe some of the controversial things that often come up in literature. I think that senior selection in general is special, partly because students get the chance to choose something that interests them. They're able to pick a topic that they particularly want to study in English.
This senior elective brings in a different aspect of English through different techniques of teaching.
I like debating the different topics in ethics and what is right and what is wrong. Other English classes kind of are just based on the books that we read, and this is off different topics.
This interactive senior elective helps students experience the exciting life of theater drama.
I think there's a sense of it kind of breaks away from the traditional curriculum of what English is, the freshman, sophomore, junior English, and it becomes a little bit more about the instructors and their passion, certain passion, very kind of genre specific, and hopefully you have these type of classes where it could be a little bit more creative, like this one, which is a lot more creative. So it's more balancing both the critical part and then the creative part.
A current senior enjoys every aspect of Page to Stage because it is different from any English class the school offers.
Page to Stage is actually one of my favorite classes because it's so vastly different from any other English class I've ever taken in my life. In fact, I can hardly even consider it an English class because we do the creative aspect of writing, which is something I really do want to go into and something I'm really interested in.
Senior selectives are becoming more popular each year and are a perfect way for students to select the English class that they are interested in. Reporting for BTV News Channel 3, I'm Michael Labosco.
Thank you, Michael. We'll see you a little bit later in sports. While the first semester of any new school year can only mean one thing, homecoming week is right around the corner. And with a few new challenges this year, Student Council is prepared to make this homecoming week one of the best. BTV's Alexander Lappin explains.
As we begin October, homecoming is fast approaching. Student Council has been working hard for months to make sure this year's homecoming is memorable for everyone.
We've had a lot of meetings, and they actually started at the end of last school year. So got a lot of great energy. The kids have come up with all different kinds of ideas.
We have meetings once or twice a week as we plan for homecoming. We are planning the events for the various grades, as well as the teachers have an involvement this year in our homecoming.
Changes to the schedule this year have left many dilemmas for Student Council to overcome.
Our biggest challenge actually is the new schedule. We aren't able to meet when we used to meet, and as a result of that, we haven't been able to do a lot of planning together in person, but we've been doing it over email.
Although the student body enjoys homecoming, some feel that improvements can be made.
One of the things I want to see change about homecoming this year is I want to see more games played rather than just like 2 or 3 during the week. I want to see kind of more of a group event, maybe like a barbecue or something on Friday to bring everyone together, and so we can have a lot of good food, good times.
After listening to the suggestions of the students, Student Council has made it their mission to make the activities appeal to all different types of people.
We plan to diversify the types of events, whether not all of them be athletic or some of them be different relay races, say for the mind or for the arts. We just try to incorporate all different aspects of being a Benjamin student.
Thanks to all the hard work and dedication of Student Council, homecoming looks like it's going to be a great success this year. Reporting for BTV News Channel 3, I'm Alexander Lappin.
Thank you, Alexander. That brings us to a timeout. We're going to step aside for just a minute, but plenty more ahead when BTV continues. We'll lace up the sneakers in BTV Sports and go for a run with the Benjamin cross country team. More BTV coming up.
Hey, I was wondering if you could, what are you doing?
Hey Luke, what's up?
I had a question about the test. Are you busy right now?
Yeah, don't I look busy?
Yeah, want me to come back another time?
Yeah, can you come back later? I'm straightening these desks.
Yeah, okay. I need a Snickers.
Why, Luke?
You're not you and you're hungry. Better? Better.
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers, get some nuts.
Hey, I'm Dan Marino, Hall of Fame quarterback. BTV Sports is coming up next.
Hello everyone, and welcome to BTV Sports. I'm Michael Labosco, bringing you everything that is Benjamin Athletics. The fall sports season is well underway, and for the cross-country team, that means not only adjusting to new runners, but a new coach as well. BTV's Nick Nielsen takes us trackside for a look at this year's squad.
This year, the boys cross-country team gets ready for their first season without Coach Jefferson. Under new head coach Patrick Cullinane, the expectations are high.
I think we should be able to win districts, hopefully make states. Definitely district champs, that's the goal.
It's same dynamics. We're just building the team every year, year to year, and I've coached with her before, so not much has changed.
The senior runners look to inspire and motivate the new freshmen, along with the new runners joining the team this season, and look to build on last year's solid season.
So I'm just trying to lead by example and help the younger kids just stay on track and work really hard.
The seniors better contribute some leadership, there's some discipline. They're really going to show that you got to work at practice, during school, out of school. Work on it's an overall health issue for cross country. You got to work at it 24/7. So hopefully they're instilling that into all the young kids.
Although there are a lot of new runners, this season's team looks ready to go, and under the new leadership, expects to compete for a district title.
All of our top 5 runners are all under 20 minutes. So, I mean, we don't really have any reasons not to win district this year.
I think we're looking pretty strong. We recruited a lot during the off season and during the start of the season, and I think we have a good chance of going to regionals and taking home a trophy.
This year's boys cross country team looks to get off to a running start and sprint past the competition all the way to districts. Reporting with BTV News Channel 3, I'm Nick Nielsen, wishing the best of luck to the team.
Thanks, Nick. The next cross-country meet will take place on Wednesday as Benjamin hosts a non-conference invitational. The race starts at 4:30. Also, the Benjamin football team will hit the road this Friday when they take on Calvary Christian. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. Meanwhile, both the boys and girls golf teams will compete in the Honda Classic High School Invitational on Friday and Saturday at 8 a.m. at PGA National. The varsity's boys and girls swim team splash down tomorrow at 4:30 as they travel to Delray to take on American Heritage. And last but not least, Benjamin Volleyball also hits the road and travels to Lake Worth Christian tomorrow night. First serve is at 7 p.m. Be sure you get out and support Benjamin Athletics this week. That is a look at BTV Sports. Back over to you, Maddie and Jazz. Thanks, Michael. That is going to wrap up another episode of BTV News. As always, we thank you for joining us and look forward to seeing you back here later this month.
Before we go, in case you haven't heard, BTV is a top 15 finalist in the country for the National Scholastic Press Association's Pacemaker Award. We find out if we are number 1 next month. Fingers crossed. Well, that's a wrap for Chaz Peckham, Michael Labosco, and the entire BTV News team. I'm Maddie Wilson. See you in 3 weeks, Benjamin.